Alright, welcome back. This time we move on to May of 1993, and Kiss goes back to Eddie Kramer to produce Alive 3. And just like the first two live albums, not only do they have Eddie back, but they perform at their usual locations, such as Cleveland, Detroit, Indianapolis, basically trying to rekindle the magic of the first two live albums. And much like those albums, this is a mix of live and studio performances. Alright, Bruce Kulick, he stated regarding this album that all of the drums, most of the bass, some of the rhythm guitars and vocals, they are from the live performances. However, there's also a lot of stuff here that was created in the studio, because by and large, this is an excellent sounding and recorded live album. But the question of it being faithful as a live performance, it's definitely there, right? Personally, I don't really mind. I'm just glad to hear these songs, much of which are from the 80s albums and Revenge. I think this is just a kick-ass album. But hey, sometimes less is more, and instead of covering up mistakes or redoing parts, it might be best to leave them in as the charm of their own, preservation, right? But I do keep the same opinion as I had regarding the first Alive album. That also, of course, being part live and in studio. However, I can totally understand and acknowledge why people aren't a fan of the fixing up and redoing parts. I guess to me, it's just when I see so many other live albums do the exact same thing, I'm kind of like, well, there's really no difference here with Kiss, so, what the shit, right? It doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, this record does sound great, and that's all I care for. However, I totally understand, again, the whole preservation aspect, like, hey, we should hear what it actually sounded like. That I totally understand. And, perhaps it'd be a best of both worlds. Here's like two versions. One of, here's what it actually sounded like, raw and all, and then here's one that's been cleaned up in the studio, but obviously you're never gonna get that. So it goes without saying that I thoroughly enjoyed this live album. I'm not going to go track by track, just give you like a brief synopsis of everything. When it comes to Paul Stanley, I did find his voice in the beginning to be very hoarse, but it did get tremendously better, which makes sense, But Gene, I thought Gene sounded fantastic through and through. The entire band even, the instruments were on fire. Their stage presence, obviously it's unmatched, and just how they're able to command the show. I thought it was just incredible listening to it. I love the crowds here. I know I shouldn't say I know for a fact, but I'm very certain that the crowd noises you hear in the beginning aren't legit. I don't know, they sound a little too, I don't know, sampled or whatever, but the crowd noises that do show up that I think actually are real, I think are really fun. I do enjoy their performance for the song I Just Wanna, and how they get the crowd to say fuh, that's really fun. But again, if that's real or not, I don't know. There was a funny moment for me though, Paul, when he's talking to the crowd. He's for Heaven's on Fire, right? He's like, oh, this is one of those songs in which once we start playing, you're going to know exactly what it is. Well, I shit you not, as soon as he finished saying that, I got an ad for Christmas, and it was Annie Williams singing It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And I was like, well, he's right. It's definitely a song that I knew as soon as it started, right? I couldn't believe that. That was freaking awesome. Just funny. But to move on from that, just other stuff here. I Was Made for Loving You. I thought that kicked ass. I love the heavier performance. Obviously, there's only so much you can do with it being a disco pop song, but for what they did, I really love the version, especially following up with the song I Still Love You. I thought that was such a mesmerizing performance. I was like, holy shit, this is just breathtaking. I thought it was brilliant that they had it after I Was Made for Loving You. I just thought that was epic. I'm like, damn, why couldn't this be the case moving on, There was also another funny moment. Paul was saying, once everybody hears this, they light up like a Christmas tree or whatever, and then they play forever. That was a pretty accurate simile, and it was played stunningly. So overall, I will say that This is actually my second favorite Kiss Alive album. I'll go 1, 3, and 2. But man, what a freaking set list. I wish it was like this during the current tour because it was just so neat listening to this. You know, just so much stuff from their 80s material, Revenge. Obviously, you get some classics in their 70s, but I really, really loved hearing this set list. And like I said, I really wish that you heard more of these songs live because you never do, right? But like I said, I thoroughly enjoy this album. It will be my second favorite Kiss Alive album. Alright, let me know what you think about Kiss Alive 3. You love it? You hate it? Let me know. Do they have to make this? You probably not, you know? I know like Revenge went gold, and I believe this one only went gold as well, so just definitely do see it as kind of like a cash grab, because Alive 2 is quite a ways back at this point, right? But still, at the end of the day, I still had a lot of fun, and yeah, let me know what you think about Alive 3. I'd be curious, but otherwise, I'll see you guys for the MTV Unplugged album. I'll try and get that up by Sunday. So let's see if I hold my end of the bargain. Probably not. But anyways, let me know what you think. Love it, hate it, and thank you so much for watching, and take care.